CPW Galaxy watching live on YouTube right now, and welcome to the History Day press conference. Now, don't forget, you can leave your questions and comments for later. They will be passed on to the superstars. So, let's introduce the first guest. He is the CPW Lineal Heavyweight Champion, Cleo. Next, he is your new wrestling champion, Noel Fairchild. Next, she is your CPW Women's Champion, Shorty. He is your CPW Heavyweight. The Galaxy Champion, Emma Cross. Now representing the 666 pack, Dread. And they are your current CPW Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Lucha and Taco Team CCC. And finally, he is Leighton Sims. Now, to start off this press conference, we'll be talking to the champions. First, we go to the CPW Heavyweight Champion, Alex Thomas. You've been called Leighton Sims a people's player. How are you feeling about being contending against you for that CPW Heavyweight Champion at history?
Personally, I think that's a waste of my abilities, because Leighton Sims has proven he's a B+ player. You don't need to say, I've been calling him a B+ player. He's been showing it every single time he steps into the ring. So instead, you take the longest reigning CPW Heavyweight Champion in history, the most defending champion, the most fighting champion, and at the biggest stage of them all, You waste it against Leighton Sims. So personally, I think it's a real shame that I don't have a better contender.
Moving on to the Women's Championship. How are you feeling about your match at History 8?
You know, I'm super excited. I've fought Kat many times before, and I've also beaten her before. So I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling excited, and see what happens.
We move on to the new blood champion, Niall Fairchild. You're facing Jimmy Vice in a champion versus champion. How are you feeling about this match?
This is what every CPW superstar aims for. History, the biggest occasion, in my opinion, the biggest match. You've got the New Blood Championship, you've got the Next Gen. We've got Dominic De Winter, unfortunately, we've got the De Winter Dynasty. The CPW hangs in the balance. You know, this is what I dreamed of when I first entered the doors at CPW. To be in these kind of matches, to have this title, to mean something. So I'm in a great mood, I can't wait. Once again, Jimmy Vice, where is he? Gone missing, no surprise. You know what, I'm going to leave it there. I've got more to say later.
And we move on to the CPW Galaxy champion, Emma Cross. You'll be facing Doris and Kiara in that match, in a mixed tag match with James Cross. How are you feeling about that?
At the moment, Ms. Cross would like to extend her condolences to Doris and Kiara for a well-fought challenge but an inevitable defeat.
We move on to the CPW lineal heavyweight champion, Cleo. You're facing Dale Richardson, as you call him the heart of CPW. How are you going to go against Dale Richardson in a match of your choice, referee of your choice?
You see, this is not a match. This is the final sacrifice for the master plan. You see, on Saturday, History 8, I will tear out the heart of CPW. And then, CPW forever be ruled by us, because little Susie controlled everything. And darkness is falling once upon a CPW, because this right here is the master plan, and there is only one page left to fall.
And last but certainly not least of the champions, the tag team champions, Lucha and Taka. How are you feeling taking on the 666 pack?
The triple six-pack are no match for the CCC.
Well, now we go to contenders as well as the match we will look forward to will start. We've got a question from Aaron Davis, and he says, actually, first of all, we'll go to Connors. Aaron Davis says, will Connors fight there, or will he hide behind the head of security?
I always fight fair. I run a fair campaign everywhere I go. I have fair matches everywhere I go. But more importantly, I've got a question for you, Mr. Rubens. In fact, no, I don't need you to answer it. The truth is, every time I win a match, I win a match. It doesn't matter how I got there. I don't need anybody, though, to tell me to be the B-plus player like Leighton Sims.
Now we go to the contenders. Will start. You're facing Bashir at History 8. First question is, do you still value the CPW Galaxy?
Do I still value the CPW Galaxy? Look, it's been a bit up and down my relationship with CPW Galaxy the last few months, but first of all I want to address Bashby and a few things because let's get a few things straight. Bashby saw an opportunity to face me at history. And I have to give him some credit because at least he's got the guts to face me at history, and I respect that, Bashby. You took your opportunity. But the way I see it, what happened in that tag team match between me and Bashby was not an act of retaliation. It was pre-planned. He planned it all along. I was teaching him the rules of a tag team match, and he kicked me in the face to set up this match at history. And I guess the CPW Galaxy didn't have to find out why I'm still the chosen one, why I'm still the guy that, despite sitting back here, when I should be at the front, I should be at least holding one of those championships. I'm still Mr. CPW, and this kid's going to go back to flipping burgers.
Bashby, you are facing one of the best CPW has to offer. How are you feeling and what can you prepare for this fight?
Firstly, this wasn't a premeditated plan. I wanted to come out there and help you, because you've helped me so much. I'll give you that. You've taught me all the stuff I know.
Do you forget it?
But when I went out there for that tag match to help you. And help you. That's all I wanted to do, but no. You kept on putting me down, you kept on disrespecting me. Every time I had a chance.
You tried to go for a pin when you weren't even a legal man.
That was because I was the one doing all the work. Whenever you was in that ring, Fred over there was kicking the crap out of you. When I was in that ring, I was kicking the crap out of him. Shut up. But every time I was about to put that match away, every time I could have won that match, you took yourself in. You wanted the spotlight, just like you mentioned there. You should be sitting at the front. I should be having one in the belt. You've still got it in your head that you're this big top dog. You're not the top dog anymore, though. And it's time for you to realise that the new blood's coming. And me, people like Boris, people like little Charlie, it's our time to take over. And you need to get that into your head. That it's not your time anymore.
Aaron Davis has a question for Dale. What have you been doing to prepare for this fight against Cleo?
Wow, it was an unexpected opportunity but the CPW Galaxy called for me to step into the ring, clear some of the heart CPW and the Galaxy. I'm still the Galaxy, so I'm preparing. I'm doing whatever I can to prepare for this match. But to go with Cleo is difficult to prepare. So I'm going to go in there, give it my all, and come out on top.
Now, we go to the representative of the 666 pack. Dre, why do you think there is a conspiracy?
Well, let me just get one thing clear about this conspiracy. Where is Dave tonight? I'll tell you where Dave is. I gave him a call just before his press conference. Apparently, he got told it was tomorrow night. So that's another reason that it's definitely a conspiracy against us. Number 2, Lucha. That is it, Lucha. I don't care what the Galaxy thinks. I don't care what the management think. And you will find out on Saturday, History 8, when we take that mask off of Lucha, you all to see and walk away with our tag team championship.
Now, we move on to Leighton Sims. What do you plan to do after you beat the Weasel, according to Aaron Davis?
Well, I mean, Aaron may know exactly what we're going to do. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Don't look back in like that, Alex Connors. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. But you're going to have to kill me tomorrow. But Aaron, you know you know what I'm going to do. Well, I'm going to party hard, I'm going to listen to some Wham, and I'm going to drink some booze, and me and Coventry are going to party like it was 1999.
Not getting back in the gym or back in the... No, okay.
We will move on to Morris. Now, Morris, you are facing Dan Evans at History 8. What have you been doing to prepare for this, as he is one of the top guys in CPW?
Well, first off, here's what I'm going to say. When you announce me, you missed one key thing. I can't destroy that. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, destroy it. Now, in regards to preparing, that is very, very simple. I'll do what I always do, and that is kick ass and make money. Because it's all about the money. So when it comes to that, when it comes to history, it's more than that. See, he tried to take the piss out of me at Road to History, Lucha Dan, and all this bull crap. He's not on my level. And all them champions in the front and everyone on this road ain't on my level. I'm on another level. And that is one thing I'm going to prove in history.
We move back to the women's champion, Shorty. What weaknesses does KDK have? Will you work on them to defeat her?
Oh, 100%. See, yeah, I've had a few matches with Kat now, so I know how she works. And I know she uses some of the same moves in most of her matches. So I think she's going to have to pull something extra out of the bag, and I look forward to seeing it bring that to history as well.
And also, have you got words for the haters?
The haters? Don't tell me I can't. For a second.
We've got a question for John. John Winter, do you believe that Jimmy can actually beat Niall? John Winter.
You're talking to me? I'm sorry. I was just ordering some new luggage on a reinforced base. Because if Jimmy is going to carry 2 belts around and he sure as hell is going to need luggage that will take the weight. Sorry, was there a question?
Yes. Do you believe that Jimmy can actually beat Niall?
Were you handing that question on a bit of paper, or did you come up with that yourself? No, I don't believe you can beat Niall. That's why I've put him in a match against him. Yes, of course I believe he can. Listen, history is the past. Jimmy Vice isn't just the future, he's infinity when it comes down to it. I can't believe I'm even having to answer a question. Can I ask you, do you believe that Jimmy can beat Niall? Because it doesn't matter what you believe, does it? Because Jimmy is going to beat Niall Fairchild to a pulp. Because he is only natural. I believe the saying goes, it's only natural, and he is only natural, whereas James Vice is exceptional. So yes, I'm Jimmy.
And Cross, what are your thoughts on Kiara and Man like Greece?
I hate them. But they want this action, I'll give them this action. Especially Man like Greece, trying to be far down. Bob there, and he'll get it.
See, this is Cross. What she means fully by that is this is CPW. And it's not the independent scene, it's not a spot fest where just jumping over the top rope is going to get you noticed. Man like Darius has been out for a long time, out of CPW, and he's come back and he thinks that this is his ticket to a place that everyone here in this room has earned, whereas he has been nowhere to be seen. And I don't know about Kiara, but I suspect the only reason she hasn't been around that much is because her drawbridge on her castle got stuck. go to the CPW Academy Champion, Charlie. We've been asked, will you please leave the coalition?
No, because I deserve a chance, and he deserves a chance, and we deserve this whole CPW.
Well said, well said.
Shorty, how do you feel about going up against your former friend?
You know, a spot at history is the dream. And as I said, I've faced Kat before, and she backstabbed me. Not only am I fighting for my place and for this bout and for the galaxy, but now it's also personal.
Dave, do you really believe you have what it takes to beat Cleo? That's it.
That's a great question, actually. Do I think I can do it? I didn't think I could do it. I wouldn't have stepped in that ring. The galaxy are going to give me the power, they're going to give me what I need. Because I believe in the galaxy chose me to do it, and I'm going to do my best to win.
What is actually in that book of yours?
This is the master plan. This is every step that we have taken since History 7. Because you see, last year at History 7, we made a promise. And that promise was that we were going to end the reign of the Chosen One. And I did exactly what we said we would do. You see, this is now History 8, a whole year later. And we have almost completed the book. You see, we took out the innocence. We took away the love. And now, as I've already said, is I'm going to tear out the heart of CPW, and Dale can believe what he wants. He can cheer all he likes with the CPW galaxy, but the matter of the fact is that it is written in this book that at the end of History 8, I will stand tall and I will still be the main event. I will still be the lineal heavyweight champion, and little Susie will still have all the power. And that is all that needs to be said.
This is a question to all the champions. CPW Superfan Wes thinks all the belts will change hands. What do you all think of this?
We're going down the line.
We're going with the CPW Heavyweight Champion first and Thomas.
First things first. I'm asked 4 questions now. Leighton Sims has been asked 1. If people remembered Leighton Sims, maybe we'd have an exciting main event title clash, so we wouldn't have to watch the main event of this referee getting murdered. I don't think this title's going to change hands, because every time Leighton Sims steps up to a singles title belt, he loses. It's a foregone conclusion.
We go to the women's champion.
I fight for the galaxy. And I will put absolutely everything into this match on Saturday to ensure that this bout stays in my hands.
The New Blood Wrestling Champion, Niall.
You know what, Wes? I agree with you. This title, it is going to change, but it's going to change from this shoulder to that one, to make way for the next gen heavyweight title. you see, time and time again, people, whether it be on this roster or in the crowd, doubt Noel Fairchild and what he can do at history. Dominic De Winter, Cleo, they're looking at me now, they doubt what I can do. But each and every single time Noel Fairchild has entered history, he has come out with a title. This Saturday, Noel Fairchild comes out with 2.
Moving on to the CPW Galaxy Champion Emma Cross.
This belongs to the dynasty. This has your name on it, and therefore we represent you. So no, not every belt will change hands. There will be a change though. There will be a change in the fabric of CPW. Much like there should be a change in the fabric of Niall's suit. Because wearing a prom dress does not make you a prom queen. Although you've learned how to do a tie-up, Niall, you're still a caveman. Next.
We'll move over to the lineal heavyweight champion, Cleo, for his thoughts.
You see, this is one of the problems with the CPW Galaxy, because you are the ones that put him in this position. You see, I got rid of my opponent, Tomby, and I was just going to make sure that this title stayed with me. But then you all wanted to cheer Dale's name. And then Dale grew a set of balls and chose to take the match at history. But you really, really think that Dale can beat me? There is no match. As I've already said, this is a sacrifice. This is the end of the master plan. So this CPW Lineal Heavyweight Championship will stay where it has stayed for the last year, and that is round the waist of Cleo, because little Susie says it will.
And finally, the tag team champions, CCC.
Triple six-pack has no chance for the C.
Doesn't even sound like Lucha.
Sound like a what are you saying? Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
It's not Lucha. You think that's Lucha? That's not
Lucha.
It's not Lucha.
Lucha. You think that's Lucha? Yeah.
You think that's Lucha?
CC.
That's not Lucha.
Lucha.
Against us.
Stop. Stupid. Stupid. Stupid.
Lucha.
Oh, Lucha. Yes, Lucha.
Are you intending at any point to reference the Next Gen Championship?
Where is it? Where is it?
I don't believe I was talking to you.
Well, I'm talking to you, Dominic De Winter. I've listened. Dominic De Winter, I've listened to what you've got to say. Now I've had enough. If you boys are so serious about this unification, it'd be here.
What you don't seem to understand is, as his manager, it allows Jimmy Rice to have exactly what you do not have, and that is the lifestyle of a superstar. He is living it up with his sugar and drink in his hand. And you know what? He's not even worried, because when it comes down to it, it may be Jimmy Rice's first time in history, but it isn't mine. It isn't mine. And if he's going to grace the CPW Galaxy with his presence, it's going to be in a match. These kind of things don't need to bother Jimmy Price. Mainly due to the fact that he doesn't want the bill of putting on a suit, because that thing, I can see you're already sweating through it.
I mean, that's rich coming from someone who's had the same suit for, what, 6, 7 years?
Are you going to have a match with me or Jimmy? Are you going to say anything about Jimmy, or are all of your points going to be directed at me?
Why would I say anything to Jimmy when he's not here?
Because he's watching, is he?
Why did he turn up?
Because he's here now. Because he can operate technology unlike you, caveman, and he can watch from somewhere else.
Unlike Jimmy, I decided to do it in person. Week after week, Niall Fairchild turns up here, he defends his title, he puts it all on the line for CPW Galaxy. And you just said, at history, Jimmy isn't taking it. He thinks it's just a run-of-the-mill match. It's just going to be normal. Well, he doesn't know the CPW Galaxy at history. I said a couple of weeks ago, Dominic, it's going to be a Coliseum. Niall Fairchild's Coliseum. Jimmy Vice, Dominic De Winter, anyone in your room.
Oh, just stop talking. Because really, let's think about it. It is not about any of you. Because you see, I am the legal champion. I am the main event guy. And Dale has grown a set of balls to step in the ring. So Dale, do you really, right now, want to make that decision? Because right now, you can just bow down to me. And you don't have to go to war. Because you have to remember, Dale, when you challenge for this title, anything goes.
I do it for the Galaxy. They wanted me, I will be there on Saturday.
I was just wondering, Mr. Ashton, do you have a question in that stack for Leighton Sims, or have we all forgotten he's here?
There is actually a question.
Yeah,
Rudy, one second, Rudy. The reason you've been asked more questions, Alex Connors, is because the whole of the CPW Galaxy, they want to see the look of strong on your face when I leave you watching you for Saturday. When I appoint an heavyweight title and appoint your life in the body, there, the next you really need to be your words on your friend. That's why you've been asked for more questions.
I was just trying to give you some TV time. I thought you could use it for once, but yeah, go on. Ask me a question. He needs it. He's pent up.
Later, what do you think about Connors calling you a B+ player?
Great question.
Well, I mean, for honest with you, it's probably the best way I've won at school, so, you know, I'm not going to fight against you about that. Thank you very much, Connors. I appreciate that.
One second. I was an A+ student. Carry on.
Yeah, you were a teacher's pet. You were there, right in your face, all the teacher's butthole. You know, everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. You were just a slimy weasel. Anybody who can give you any advantage in life at all, you are right up there like a rat up a drink pipe, mate. Everyone knows it. You are not. No one wants you, mate. No one wants you. No one wants you to the champion. The CPW Galaxy wants a champion that loves them just as much as they love CPW. And that is going to be me.
He was asking about whether you're a B+ player and all you can talk about is me. Just the same as the Galaxy. So let me ask you a direct question. In your 5 years here versus my 3, who's won more titles? Can you count?
I can count that definitely, yes, you have won more titles.
Okay, cool. Alright, carry on.
Bashby. Lauren Royalty Holter says, Bashby, go to bed.
Oh! What's that, an invitation, Bashby?
What? Is that an invitation? I mean, if it's an invitation, I'll head out now. You sure about that? You sure? See, you don't get it. Keep on calling me this kid. Keep on calling me a kid. If I was a kid, how could I beat you?
You haven't beat me.
But I am.
You ain't gonna beat me in history.
You sure about that? You sure? Because right now, we've had 2 singles matches against each other, and we're 1 apiece. You win the first one, I win the second one. And at history, I'm going to make it 2-1 to me.
Alright. Let's talk about levels, Bashby. Because there's levels to wrestling, there's levels to this game. Let's talk about levels and where we're both at, yeah? Because you're going into history and you're looking to make a statement by putting on the match of your career.
Yeah.
By trying to hang with me, by pushing me to my limits, 20, maybe 30, maybe even 40 minutes, waiting for you to slip up, waiting for you to make a mistake that you can pounce on, an opportunity that you can take, and then you can beat me. Me, on the other hand, I'm looking to make a statement by beating one of the most talented young wrestlers on the planet. Not 20 minutes, not 30, not 40. It won't even take me 5 minutes. That's how I'm making a statement. That's the level I'm at. I'm going to beat you flat, cold, in the middle of the ring, quickly. And that's how I'm walking out of history, being one of the most talked about CPW wrestlers, as I should be. I'm going to climb back up all those rankings, and it won't be long till I'm sitting at the front as a champion where I belong. And I'll be getting my rematches that I deserve, and I'll be back with everyone showing the appreciation that I deserve after carrying CPW for as long as I have. And you'll go back to being a grateful little boy.
Will Star. Maybe you should just do what you're good at and sit back there and give Dale some advice on how to maybe beat me on Saturday, because Will, yes, you are once again in history match, but you are no longer the main event guy. Because I am. And you see, Will Star, what you should do is help your friend Dale Richardson, because he's going to need all the help he can get this Saturday.
It's very easy to hold a title belt for a year when you don't defend it or claim to carry the company and then lose to that guy. I carry this company.
You see, as Connors, here's a fact for you as well. Just like I did at Road to History, when you're the CPW lineal champion, you can choose when to defend it, when you like, against who you like.
It also shows when you are the CPW general manager, you can pick your opponents whenever you want. The past few title defences you've had, no offence to the people you've had their title defences against, but they're pictured straight out of the academy. Come on, you just beat the living snot out of them within a couple of seconds. Just young kids, man, young kids. They were grateful for the opportunity, but they had to get carried out of there. It just weren't fair. You are a smiling weasel.
At CPW Road to History, I pinned you while you pinned a referee.
Listen, we're talking about defending titles for a year. You ain't had that title a year. You say you're an A+ student, your maths is a little bit off. Come history, not fair titles have this title for a year. Clearly, you may have had your title for a year. How many times have you defended it? I bet you Noel Fairchild defended it 4 times as many as you. You claim you'll face CPW. I think you're wrong.
No, Fairchild.
Are we going to mention Jimmy Rice, the forgotten man? How many times has he been here? How many times has he defended his title?
No, not on this occasion. I don't care what Dark Lord you worship, I'm having my voice. When it comes down to it, listen, you've had that title for a year, absolutely fine. This entire country has had a disease for a year, and they're grateful for a change. And when it comes down to that title, they're going to be grateful for a change, because they will have someone entertaining, not just someone who's standard, basic, and normal, natural, exactly. And when it comes down to it, this title, that title, and you know what? All of them are coming to the dynasty at some point. Because when it comes down to that one there, you look at the symbol on it. That came from my heart. That is my history. That is the New Blood Championship. That is my blood, and it belongs to the dynasty.
And who took it and who holds it now? Let me tell you, the only thing Jimmy Vice is exceptional at being is a tosser.
I didn't hear you complaining.
We have a few more minutes left in this press conference, so we'll have a few more questions. Will, if you could face one of these champions, which title would you go for?
Which title? The one that I should have a rematch for, obviously. Paul, I made famous. The one that I established as the top bouts and the most important bout in CPW. My bout in the New World Championship, of course. Because that's why people still walk around here calling me champ, whether I've got the ball around my waist or not.
I don't care whether it's your fault or your fault, but this is the most important belt in CPW.
Well, hold on, just 1 second, right? But the one thing that I believe, and this is the only time that I think myself and Noel Fairchild will come into agreement, right? This Saturday in history, that title and the next gen title, you and Jimmy are going to elevate them. Because you know as well as I do that you may have your differences, but you're both sick and tired of those being referred to as mid-card championships. So whatever happens, those at history, you and Jimmy better make sure that they're the most important championships of the night.
You know what? For once, you're right, I do actually agree. It's time for me to elevate both of these titles. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I know you're Dominic the Winner. I've been around you long enough. I know you're going to have a few tricks up those top man sleeves that you're going to roll out. I mean, they're big enough, but they don't fit you very well. I get mine tailored, you see. That's the difference. The difference is, I'm here, Jimmy isn't. I'm taking this seriously, Jimmy isn't. It's going to be another match to Jimmy Vice, while the CPW Galaxy is going to show Jimmy Vice just what history is all about and what another match is really all about.
If you think any single person in the CPW Galaxy regards a match at history as just another match, then you are greener than I gave you credit for. Because everyone at this table knows exactly how important matches at history are. So what's doing here?
Why is he not here now?
Because he's clanging and banging at the gym, where it should be, along with James Cross.
Is he clanging and banging at the gym? Or is he clanging and banging somewhere else? That's what I want to know.
Well, curiosity killed the cat, didn't it?
Following that statement, the CPW asks, is the reason Jimmy is not here because he's getting beat up by KVK?
Oh. I didn't say it, but someone had to.
That is exactly the reason. That is the exact reason. That is actually part of his training. Because, no disrespect to the women's division, but he is actually in training for Saturday by getting beat up by a girl. Because that's what it's going to be like on Saturday. When I'm Fairchild, the only difference is the person you're referring to isn't wearing such skimpy clothes as Captain Speedo over here.
We'll see, won't we? We'll see. I know for sure it's not going to be costing a lot of money for that. CPW and what I stand for, I'm a working man. That's who I stand for. Each and every one that has been told that they can't do this, they can't do that. Jimmy Vice thinks that he can just elevate himself. You think that you can just hop onto Jimmy Vice along with your little dynasty and come after me. What you've done is signed Jimmy Vice's death warrant. not just from me, from the CPW galaxy, time and time again, you doubt the connection that Niall Fairchild and the CPW galaxy has. But let me tell you, there'll be no doubts this Saturday. Jimmy Vice, the rest of the De Winter dynasty, this woman sitting next to you, they all know the power, the force, and the absolute amazement of the CPW galaxy. That I can guarantee.
One very small word. Niall Fairchild, do not be so delicate. In my history at CPW, I will give you a warning. They will turn on you. They will turn on you. You try to give them what they want. You try your hardest. You put yourself on the line, and they don't even know what they want, and they will turn on you.
Don, you're right, but it doesn't matter what they think, because as much as Niall thinks he has a connection with the crowd is going to go absolutely electric. They're going to raise the roof, they're going to cheer and scream when Leighton Sims walks out. But it won't matter.
You are so vocal about that kind when that happens, the CPW galaxy, it's going to be insane. It's going to be like Malaga all over again. There's going to be drinks going everywhere. There's going to be party comments all over. It is going to be the best night ever, and it is going to happen this Saturday.
And the reason they get so excited when they see Leighton Sims is because they can relate. It's easy to be drunk. It's easy to be weak. It's easy to be short. They can't relate to athletes like Vanessa Dynasty or Alex Connor.
Oh, I'm sorry, one thing watch me and call me two purple men, quick like you.
You can just refer to me as champion.
What colour's his hair?
Ask me what.
Dred, the CPW galaxy want to know, is Dave in your mum's treehouse at the moment?
I don't have this treehouse talk.
What is the treehouse stuff? What's that all about? Come on.
Well, apparently in lockdown, Mr. Richards commented that me and Dave were hiding in his mama's treehouse.
Was it right?
We don't have a treehouse, we're not round Dave's mama's. We're fresh out of gigs, we're fresh out of fights, and I'm fed up of the CPW galaxy, CPW management, Mr. Richards, and, well, it's not Lucha, is it? I don't care what you all do. How dare you put us in a match against the tag team champions and then swap one of the wrestlers? You're all scared. Because you all know, when we win at History 8 on Saturday, there is no one that is going to take those tag team belts off of us.
I beg to differ.
The CPW galaxy want to know, will Tina be there on Saturday, Alex Connors?
Why?
They want to know. Yeah, we do.
Why? Next question. Aaron Rubens, you're a journalist. Next question. Come on. Next question. Come on.
What are your thoughts about Tina and Mr. Richards?
Next.
Come on, Silas.
Next question.
We want to know, seriously. That's the general manager. That's the respect you give him. That's the general manager.
My question back to the CPW galaxy, why is my personal life more important than Leighton? When I come out, they don't chant for Leighton, they chant at me. They don't chant because they want Leighton to win, they want me to lose. They would rather I was facing Mr. Richards than this guy right here in the back. That's why I'm A+. And you know what? I might not like him, but Mr. Richards is A+. They're A-star, top of the food chain, and that's why Leighton Sims is B-, because there's no questions about his personal life. Nobody cares.
They're happy on facing you. They're also happy that Mr. Richards just banged the crap out of your missus. They're happy. They're going to be happy on Saturday. They'll be happy when I'll be here, and they'll be happy when your missus is pat on her back again. Boom.
Yeah, we're still going home to something that's really tasty. And you're not. Shall we continue, please? We'll move on. I can't believe that you would disrespect the general manager like that. Oh yeah, hold on. Okay.
Will you target Shorty if she is successful at history A?
Hello? Well, you see, history, there's no chance of her winning.
Why would she entertain such a thought?
Look, if she wants the action, Cross will give her the action.
You want the action?
I'm always ready for the action. You can bring it on then. It's fine.
This is why the women's division is the hot ticket in CPW. And fellas, gotta up your game.
The next question is from Lauren. Cleo, why do you look like Uncle Vesta?
Where's the light bulb?
You see, sounds like she's still upset for what happened a whole year ago to her precious Will Star. You see, it doesn't matter who or what I look like. All that matters is when I step inside that ring, I destroy the person opposite me, just like I did to Niall Fairchild, just like I did to Will Star, just like I've done to Tommy, and now it's Dale's turn.
So you see, this is a lesson you're going to learn in history class, because this is something you should take with you for the rest of your wrestling career. It's a saying that goes, you don't need a championship bout to be considered championship material.
But look at what happens on Saturday. Look who's in the main event. Look who's holding the prestigious CPW Legal Heavyweight Championship. What matters are the facts. And the fact is, Will Star, you don't have any gold. You're not the main event guy this Saturday. So you stick there in the back. You worry about little young Bashby. And I will do what I do, and that's still the show this Saturday as I tear out the heart of CPW.
Next question is for Leighton. Have you got any backup in case the rest of the coalition show up?
Well, I've already knocked Eli out once. I'm happy to knock Skinner out. You know, I don't think I need it. If Charlie, you know, he's getting old enough now to take a slap. I'll have to give him a slap if I have to. You know, all I want is Alex Connors. If any of them the choice when I come out there and give it a lash, then I'll do what I can. If they jump me from behind me yet again, I'll do what I can to still win that match. The CPW guys can get it, and heavyweight champion, they can be proud of that.
Next question is from Morris. You don't do very well against MMS members. Do you think you can win at HBA? Listen,
Back then, when I weren't thinking straight, that was not the real Morris. This is the real Morris, the icon destroyer, the man who beat this woman, the man who beat Fifi, and the man who's going to absolutely annihilate Dan Evans.
Did you beat me for this either twice? Because that's
You shut your mouth because you've got a lot to deal with. You, where have you been? Where have you been? That's what I thought. Now, when it comes to MMS members, you got Dan Evans I've already beaten. And Windsor. When it comes to him, when it comes down to that, he is getting. Everyone knows that. But I'm staying true to myself. And the Galaxy know, because they betrayed me. I'm doing this on my own, like it always should be. And that is not just a prediction, that's a promise. They're both getting destroyed.
Next question is for Will Starr. The CPW Galaxy want to know, have you lost your way in CPW?
Have I lost my way in CPW? Again, this goes back to losing the heavyweight championship. But the fact is, as I keep saying, I never got a rematch for that championship. I never got a rematch for the heavyweight championship. So I'm having to deal with trainees, people that I've taken to my wing, people that I've mentored, and trying to stab me in the back still. And I'm going to prove that history. Like I keep saying, I'm still the man, and it's only a matter of time before I'm holding gold again. And your kids like Pashley can go back to look up to their own.
Next question is for the CPW Galaxy champion, Emma Cross. Does Emma feel she has the right partner, or has she done it because he is family? Now, I'm going to tell you how this match is going to go. It's going to go fast and furious. Yeah, because you know what's coming next. Ain't nothing stronger than family. That's how the match is going to go. Now, a dynasty can be born, and it can be made, and it can live forever. Family is eternal. And what they've got is an ingrained knowledge of each other. What Doris and Kiara have got is a corner that they share, both trying to elevate themselves above the other one. But what will get taken away by Doris after he's made this challenge is the fact that he will walk out back onto the independent circuit across the UK, and he will spread the word that they will cross family. They can not only hang, they whooped my butt. That's what will happen. See, the words to CPW will get spread everywhere. So when it comes down to having the correct partner, ain't nothing stronger than family. Aaron Davis asks, Dread, you sing that song Lucha Lucha. Well, I don't think you're Dread. I think you're Mick Hucknall.
I don't care what the fans from CPW Galaxy have to comment, because life is a roller coaster. And that is not Lucha Lucha.
Stupid! Maybe Lucha Lucha! You're stupid! You're stupid! You're
Stop. Trying to thrust a curveball. Conspiracy against us. You're not going to change that to my head.
You can't change it! You can't!
You're all the same. See? Taco Bell.
Ding ding. And also Aaron Davis wants to know, Morris, what's next for you when you lose to Dan at History 8? You're probably going to whoop your ass.
Lose!
So much question.
Yeah, lose.
Lose! You think I'm going to lose? Just about what he thinks. I am going to win, that is simple. Did you not see what I done to Fifi and Dale Richardson? He claims he's an icon, I'll admit, Dan Evans is an icon. But what you're forgetting is, I am am the true icon destroyer of CPW. I've put all the top champions to the limits before. And I will admit that Evans has been up there with the top champions because he is one of the top dogs. But he's not faced me on that big stage. And on that big stage, he ain't gonna last with me. Because I'm a changed man, and everyone knows that.
And what's after that?
Destroy the rest of the icons.
Take over CPW and stand tall after it. Simple.
And the final question is for everybody. What are your final words to your History 8 opponents? We'll start with Shorty.
Calm as a bitch. I'm an alpha.
Any of the rest of the champion? No, fair job.
Well, I mean, it's the theme of the night, really. What words can I say to Jimmy Voss? He's not here. Once again, he's not here. So what can I say? Listen, if Jimmy is watching on his device, or maybe he's in some form of device, I don't know. Client subscribing to what you're dealing with, alright? But you can tell me if he's not watching.
Sorry, were you talking?
History 8. The biggest history today. The first time 2 championships are going to be unified. It's time to take this seriously. I was looking forward to actually hearing Jimmy Voss's voice tonight, but I sort of expected even if he wasn't, it's like Anna, he'd have a hand up his ass, moving his mouth like a puppet, because he can't speak for himself. It's all down to you. At the end of the day, you are a leech to CPW. Yes, you are. And that's what you will always be, whether it be New Blood, the De Winter Dynasty, no matter who it is, you leech off them. Unfortunately for Jimmy and the rest of the deluded dynasty, they're going to realise at History 8, you cannot back it up. Time and time again, you have failed. I cannot let you succeed this time. I don't just want to beat Jimmy Voss to beat him. Because I do, trust me, I do. I want to shut him up. I will definitely want to shut this man up. I need to beat him for the CPW Galaxy. 2020 to 2021 has been quite possibly the hardest year for each and every one of us. We need some good times back, and they're coming. I told you in the Talking Madness podcast in December, they're coming. We will get through this. And we are getting through it. And this Saturday, I'm going to give my absolute all. I know it's not going to be easy. I know this man. He is a slimy, backsliding. I'll hold my words. We all know what he is. I have to defeat them. I have to do this for CPW Galaxy and each and every one who has felt this pain for the past 18 months. We've all felt it. I hope for the past year you have watched, you've been entertained. As not a fair child has been here week after week defending this while Jimmy Voss has been off doing other things on his pay-per-view. While you're all here making excuses for him. So Jimmy, I hope you are watching. Because look into my eyes. I told you a month ago, this is serious business now. And I hope come Saturday, you bring your best. You're serious. Because I want to be the best Jimmy Voss. And I want to see this man, Dominic De Winter, eat each and every single word that he has spat out to the CPW Galaxy for the past 3 or 4 months. And that will be a true bow in this horror of an 18 months. We are stepping it up together.
Your words actually really moved me, and I have decided to completely change my ways and be a better person. Or I could be successful.
With
and I could be... It's jealousy, isn't it? It's jealousy. Essentially, that's what it's about. Essentially, you're going on for that long, searching for words, going, I've got to use bigger words than Dominic de Winter, because I know he's clearly more intelligent than me. When it comes down to it, you have got a wrestling match against Jimmy Vice at History for 2 of the most prominent championships in CPW.
Is it going to turn up? Or is it going to be you again? Is it going to turn up this Saturday? Can you guarantee that?
I had the foresight and the courtesy not to interrupt you, you caveman, so I really would appreciate it if you did the same for me. I was in this company working when you walked through the door and decided that you were going to get roided up. You walked in this door and went, you know what, I've got to be big to get over. Well, you don't have to be big. You sure as hell ain't clever. And when it comes down to it, I didn't choose you as an opponent for Jimmy. This is Jimmy's fight. This is a fight he wants, and I am facilitating it for him. He has got unfinished business with you. So don't make it about me, because if you're concentrating on me when you're out in that ring, you are not looking at the true threat, and that is the exceptional one, Jimmy Vice. I'm done with you. Now, I'm moving on. My client has just a few words for Kiara and Debris.
I can tell you at History there'll be tears, and they won't be my tears.
You look as if you're looking for more. Buy a ticket and watch the match then.
We move on to the lineal heavyweight champion, Cleo.
No. You will move on to the boys behind me, and you will come to me last, because this is the CPW Lineal Heavyweight Championship. I have already said I am the main event this Saturday. So tonight, as it is written in this book, I will have the last words.
The team of Lucha Lucha and Taco.
Daniel Guy.
We'll move now to Ashley.
Good luck. You're going to need it. The last time me and you faced off, I beat you. And last week in that tag team match, I proved all it takes is one kick to knock the chosen one out.
Morris, what are your final words to Dan Evans?
My final words are this. Have you not watched Destination History, CPW Galaxy? When that muppet over there who claims to the champion got smashed out of the other one coach. Very simple. I'm going to do a lot more than that in history. I'm bringing everything like I've already said. I'm bringing more than just my anger. I'm bringing my blood, sweat and anger. Because I am Morris, the natural born killer, the icon destroyer, the man, the myth, the BMF. And no one is going to outshine me, especially that Muppet Dan Evans, who ain't even on my level.
Will Starr.
My final words to the Bashby. Get a good night's sleep, drink your milk, put your big boy pants on, because you're going to have to put on the match of a lifetime. When you walk into the building at History, I want you to walk around the CPW locker room. Ask everyone who's faced me before what it's like stepping in the ring with a chosen one. Because you ain't walking out the same. And in History 8, like I said before to the CPW Galaxy, I'm coming out the most talked about wrestler in CPW. I'm reclaiming my throne, going back to where I belong, here in CPW. And you're going to get taken to school just like everybody else who sits in the room.
Next, Dale Richardson.
Wow, what I want to say the CPW Galaxy is be there Saturday, Hangar Centre, because I'm going to lead the Galaxy. Cleo says you've got a master plan. Mr. Richards gave me his blessing to do this. I lead the Galaxy because we need to take that championship back.
Leighton Sims.
Well, Alex Collins is obviously gone, so hopefully his boys somewhere listening to this. Saturday, Alex Collins is going to be the very last time you underestimate me. Saturday, I'm coming for you and I'm coming for that title.
And Dre.
No. I don't even think there is much point saying anything to my supposed opponents over there. Because as you see over the last months, that the management, the Galaxy, keep throwing us different opponents, different matches, handicap matches, one-on-one matches, prison matches. So Saturday, you'll see me, Dave Lyon, standing opposite Taco and whoever that is next to him.
Stupid!
And now, finally, Cleo.
You see, it's a little ironic that Dale behind you is a cross, because you see, Dale, you need to say your prayers for this Saturday, because Dale, you are the heart of CPW, because Mr. Richards is no longer the heart of CPW. He no longer has the belief, and the CPW fans have the belief in you. They want to see you confront me this Saturday. Well, Dale Richardson, this right here is the master plan, and on Saturday it will be complete with your sacrifice, as your blood will be taken away and your heart will be taken out, and CPW will no longer have any more heroes to cheer, and I will forever be the CPW lineal heavyweight champion, and I will forever stand at the top. Tick tock.
And that is the end of the History Day press conference. This Saturday is the big event. Tickets are still available at CPW's ticket office, and we hope to see you all there.